All right. Here we are. It's about 10:15. It's week 4 of the Hesscalade85 Saturday night spread'em. We're going to go over the game picks for tomorrow. Let you know who's going to cover the spread. We'll go with the Hesscalade Get Paid Pick of the Week, which sadly enough is 0 for 2. 0 for 2. We missed the lock of the week game 1, so far the big pick is missed. But the good news here is that last week, if you were paying attention, we went 11-4 against the spread. Only games we missed were the Patriots covering. They got beat by the Falcons. The Giants didn't cover 2.5. They lost to the Falcons. I'm sorry, Patriots lost to the Saints. I don't know if I said that right. 28-13. They're supposed to cover 3. The Giants didn't cover 2.5. They lost to the Falcons 17-14. The Raiders were the lock of the week against the Dolphins to cover 3.5. If you saw that game, they had it until the very end. It went to overtime. They won by 3. So they covered the 3.5. We got the hook there. I mean, that's going to happen. And then the Vikings were supposed to cover +2. I'm sorry. We picked the Seahawks to cover +2 at the Vikings, and the Vikings beat them by 13. So, I mean, that being said, we ended the week 11-4, up $110 last week. Puts us at -50 after a horrible week 2. But like I said, I normally don't pick games myself until about week 3, because that's when you figure it out a little bit about who's got what. And as you can see, the record of the spread picks improved there tremendously. Big swing there. So we're going to move on to week 4. What I can tell you is that week 3, I catch up. Week 4, Vegas looks to catch up, because some of these spreads are interesting and gargantuan in some certain games here. We'll go over them, though. All right, so first game we're going to pick here is Washington at Atlanta. Atlanta getting 1.5. So the home dogs at 1.5. Oh, there he is. What's up, Bagdale? How much I lose on the pass? Just 20. Just 20. But yeah, so we got the Redskins at the Falcons. Falcons getting 1.5. Over under 47.5. This one is, it's a coin flip as is. I think I'm going to take the Redskins to cover the 1.5 on the road. The Falcons, I don't know what to think. They won last week 17-14. I don't think they've scored many points all year. I'd have to go back and check that. But, yeah, they're not looking solid. So we'll take Washington to cover 1.5 on the road. We'll see if that defense finally shows up. I read some stuff. They think Chase Young will break out because Falcons' tackle is pretty weak. So anyway, there we go. Talk about big spreads. Here it is. Texans at Bills. Bills covering 17 is the spread. Over under 47. 17 is the biggest spread I can remember in an NFL game in a couple of years. That is just ridiculous. That's college football spread to me. And I want to take the Bills because I think we're going to stomp them. But the NFL being the NFL, I can see the Texans scoring late to cover, or just maybe the Bills fumbling here. I know Zach Moss is looking better, but he drops the ball a little bit. Maybe Josh Allen gets a little cute, trying to zip one in there and gets picked off. Again, the Bills are a much better team. I don't see them losing this game for sure. Obviously, Vegas doesn't either. But 17 is just too much for my blood. So we're going to take the Texans plus 17 on the road. They're an NFL team. That's all I got. They're an NFL team. Lions, 0-3 Lions at the 2-1 Bears. Is that right? I think it's actually 1-2. I think I wrote that down wrong. Anyway, Lions at the Bears. Like that, it's a golf shirt. Mike. I tap that. I actually would count that. That would be a birdie in my book. That would not be a par. So anyway, we got the Lions heading to the Bears. Bears are supposed to cover 3. So the Lions are getting 3 on the road. Justin Fields is starting. The Bears offense, I mean, it's just gross, man. Watching it is hard. I know they had Cleveland. Myles Garrett, I think, just sacked Justin Fields again while I was talking. The Lions have been playing tough. So I'm going to take the Lions to get their first win of the year. I actually think they will win, but they're definitely going to cover the 3. So Lions plus 3 is the pick there. 41.5 is the spread. I mean, the over-under, sorry. I say that every week. But yeah, I just think the Lions on the road there against a Bears team that still looks clueless. And I think Matt Nagy, it's been nice knowing you, man. I don't think you're going to have that job next year. All right, so next one up here is a pretty good game. We got the Panthers at the Cowboys. Panthers are undefeated. Cowboys are 2-1. Cowboys have to cover 4 points at home. It's a 51.5 spread. I think 51.5 over under. It's a 4-point spread there for the Cowboys. I think that makes sense. I think Cowboys offense looks amazing. Panthers don't have McCaffrey, even though I know they played most of the last game without him because he's on a fantasy team. I got no points. Sorry, I got like 7 points, which for McCaffrey is 30 below average. But I think I like the Cowboys here. They moved Micah Parsons around a little bit. He's been doing that rush end. Gave the tackle all kinds of fits the other night, or last week, I should say. I just think Prescott, both the running backs, Pollard and Zeke. I don't see how the Panthers can keep up, man. I know Sam Darnold's playing well, but you can't. Sam Darnold's not going 4-0, man. Not yet. So I'm going to take the Cowboys to cover 4 points at home. Let's see it being like 27-21 or 31-24, something like that. Close game, good game, the Cowboys. All right, next we got a revenge game. We got the Colts, who are 0-3 and look like a disaster, at the 1-2 Dolphins. Dolphins got to cover 2.5 at home. The over/under is 42.5, and Jacoby Brissett is starting. And there's your revenge right there. There's a few injuries on both sides. Quentin Nelson missing his first game of the year. All-pro lineman for the Colts. Carson Wentz has no ankles and no arm. It's not on the injury report, but he can't throw the ball. So I'm going to give the nod to the Dolphins here and Jacoby Brissett. I don't think I'd ever go behind him, but the Colts are bad, man. I was talking with a buddy of mine at work. He's a Colts fan. He thinks the Colts are this year's Niners from last year. Told him that's a bit high, but they do have a good team other than their quarterback, and they got some injuries. So anyway, we're going to take the Dolphins to cover 2.5 at home. 42.5 is the over/under, so it's going to be kind of a stinker according to Vegas as far as points go. Juju at Green Bay. 2 spots. Who would you start? PPR. Let's see here. Sorry, we got a fantasy football question. Forget Juju. I like Thielen. Dang. Okay, okay, I see what you're saying here. I go Thielen, Mike. I go Thielen out of Juju and Mike Evans. I think Brady's going to have a good game. I bet he spreads it around. And I wouldn't be surprised if he overthrows a couple balls. Crazy to think the GOAT might do that or get to that game. But I don't know. You got to think he's got some emotion going in there, man. 20 years, that's your home, and you got to go tear it down. Ugh. Hey, penciled in. Put it in pen, Mike. Put it in pen. I like it, dude. And I think, who are we talking about here? I'm sorry. Thielen scores touchdowns. I think Cleveland's good and stuff, but Minnesota's been throwing it around. Cousins has got like some of the best numbers of his career, even though they've lost 2 of their 3 games by 4 points. One of those to the Bengals. Anywho, moving on, Browns at Vikings. Imagine that. Hey, thank you for the lead-in, Mr. Baglio. Thank you for the lead-in to the next game. We got the 2-1 Browns, who are probably the best 2-1 team in the league, at the 1-2 Vikings, who are probably the best 1-2 team in the league. Vikings are home dogs, getting 1 point. 51.5 is the over/under. I was looking at it, trying to figure out who's where, what's what. And I know I've talked plenty of junk about the Vikings defense. That being said, Stefanski, a little bit of revenge going back there to be like, look what I do with my new tools. Imagine what I could do with your tools. I'm going to put the Browns to cover 1 on the road. It's one I don't feel super comfortable with because, again, I think the Vikings, I think Dalvin Cook's going to be back. Plus, I like Madison anyway, kind of. But, I mean, again, I think, like I said, Myles Garrett just got another sack. He's up to like 7 sacks. Justin Fields, I think they slept in the same bed. I don't know. I don't want to say anymore. Start some rumors. But Browns on the road, cover 1. Next, we got the Giants, the 0-3 Giants at the 2-1 Saints. The surprisingly 2-1 Saints. Saints got to cover 7. 42 is the over/under. And yeah, I believe Dalvin is going to play. Mike, I don't know if you caught that. This one, I was gonna go with the Giants for no real reason other than Jameis Winston is not my favorite player. He looked decent in week 1, but he hasn't thrown the ball for much. And then I was looking at it, and the Saints are back in the Superdome. They got removed from the hurricane for a bit, so they weren't even playing at their own home field for, I think, just a game, really. But still, anyway, to get rebooted or booted from your home area for about a month, got to be a little bit of a distraction. I never took that into account. I think Kamara has a big game. I think they can't figure out how to stop him as long as he don't get hurt. Saints cover this one. I mean, it's 7 points at home. The Giants are bad. They don't have receivers. I think they just lost 2 more receivers. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know who's catching passes this weekend, but Saquon doesn't look good. I'm not going to sell this to you. Saints cover 7 at home, even with crab legs back there throwing balls. Okay. Titans, the 2-1 Titans at the 0-3 Jets. Jets are home dogs, +6. 44.5 is the over/under. The Jets are bad. Titans missing Julio and A.J. Brown. So I don't know how it's only, I shouldn't say only +6, but +6 is an interesting one. The Jets don't have a defense and receivers. That rookie quarterback is getting worked. Jets are a walking turnover. Mike gets to my next point here. They can't do anything with the ball. And if it's close enough to keep giving Derrick Henry the ball, I think Derrick Henry getting the ball more. When you got to get him the ball more, sounds good to me. So we're going to go with the Titans. We go with the Titans to cover 6 on the road. I was this close to making the Hesscalade get paid pick of the week. But I'm gonna refrain because down 2 stud receivers, I ain't got a clue who else the Titans got. Maybe it gets close enough that, something else happens. But Jets will lose again. All right. Chiefs. Well, 1-2 Chiefs. Last in the division, the seller of their own division, the Chiefs, at the 1-2 Eagles. Eagles home dogs getting 6.5. 54.5 is the over/under, which seems standard for Chiefs games. They always expect Chiefs score 35 points. Old camp. Eagles ran the ball 3 times, I think, with a running back last week. That to me is ridiculous. I mean, Miles Sanders got paid what? About $500,000 a touch last week. Not that he's the greatest running back, but geez, give him the ball. I didn't know the Cowboys' run defense was that stout. They were afraid of it. I guess they were trying to score with him. Either way, if they try and score with the Chiefs, I think it's trouble. I think the Chiefs being 1-2 is trouble. I mean, I don't know if we're going to see any no-look passes or anything. Any one of these sweet little underhand trick play to Travis Kelce's things. I think it's going to be on. I think the Chiefs are going to put it up. 28-13 or something like that, like maybe even 31-13. Chiefs cover 6.5 on the road. Everybody remembers that Mahomes is Mahomes, and Kelce gets a big game. I think Tyreek Hill might actually break one off too. They might try and focus their defense on him because it looks like teams are doing that, trying to kind of take him away after his week 1 explosion. But I see him getting, I don't know, maybe a slip screen or even slant where he shakes one guy and is gone. Big play from Tyreek Hill this week. Again, Travis Kelce's going to get his. So Chiefs cover 6.5 on the road against the Eagles. Sorry, Philly. I know you love the Eagles. I don't know if you're watching, but I feel bad. All right, best game of the week right here. 3-0 Cardinals at 3-0 Rams. 54.5 is the over/under. Rams got to cover 4. I was doing a little research on this one because like I said, I'm not 100% sure. I know which way I want to go, but I just thought it was interesting that the Rams are only 4-point favorites. I thought that was kind of low. I think it's because the Cardinals are pretty explosive. They got some weapons. But Jalen Ramsey, I think he's given up like 4 catches to Hopkins in his career. You know what I mean? Like, it's a shutdown city. Going to take away that weapon. And they have other ones. And I mean, Kyler Murray, dude, he's a boss. Kyler Murray's a boss, dude. He's going to score some touchdowns. But Stafford with that offense, I didn't think it was going to be like that. I'm going to say it stays hot. Rams cover 4 at home. I think it's going to be a great game, though. Like, I don't know, 31-37 or something. Like, where heck, the Cardinals might have the ball at the end. Maybe Murray gets tripped up or, somebody fumbles. I don't know. It's going to be an awesome game. I can't wait to watch that one. I'm going to have that one on record. We might watch that twice. All right, Seahawks are 1-2 at the 2-1 Niners. 51.5 over/under. Niners got to cover 2.5. So the Seahawks are getting 2.5 on the road. I think this one is a divisional game. Could be tough for both squads. Niners defense is liked. I think Tyler Lockett's a little nicked up. I got to double check he's going. I should have done that before I did this, but I already had like a strong feeling that I was going this way, and I'm going to continue to go this way. I think Russell Wilson this week. I think Jimmy Garoppolo makes one of those plays where they're like, "Hey, isn't Trey Lance going to play soon? Can we put Trey Lance in?" It's just one of those NFL stories. So I think 2.5. I think the Seahawks win on the road, and just kind of an odd game. I don't even know what the score would be. Probably something silly. Yeah, hey, there you go. It'll come to. You're right, Mike. It could come down to a play that Jimmy G's got to make, and this ain't a photo shoot. He's got to make a play. I don't know if he can. So yeah, we're gonna go with that. I think Jamal Adams has a big game too. I feel like they've been talking about some junk about the Seahawks defense, and I don't know. That dude's a warrior. So I think he comes out there and reminds people how awesome he is. Let alone, like I said, Russell Wilson. I just feel he's gonna have one. Russell Wilson's gonna do something. All right, so that was the Seahawks getting 2.5 on the road, and I think they will actually beat the Niners. All right, Ravens 2-1 at the Broncos, who are 3-0. Over under is 44. It's a low one. Broncos are +1 at home. I excuse me, went back and forth a little bit on this one because it doesn't make sense to me either. Like, I think the Ravens are pretty talented. I love Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson, superhero. I say it every year or every week. The Broncos defense is pretty nasty, and I'm coining this one first. No turnover Teddy is playing. I'm really starting to like him. Don't think he's the greatest quarterback, but he doesn't turn the ball over. Broncos are down a couple weapons on offense. The Ravens are down still 3-4 people on defense. I can't remember if their tackles out on offense, but Mile High on the road. Give me the Broncos +1. Broncos +1. All right, next one I'm going to enjoy picking. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers, who most recently lost to the Cincinnati Bengals. Got their butt handed to them 24-10. Pause for effect. Okay, they were at home, by the way, during that game. They're on the road, and they're going to play the Packers. The 2-1 Packers. Packers have to cover 6. 44.5 is the over-under. By the way, I don't know if anybody noticed, but Aaron Rodgers, I think somebody upset him talking about that first game because he is lighting it up. 37 seconds. That's all he needed. 37 seconds to win a game against the Niners. I still can't get over that. No timeouts. 2 passes. Hesscalade, get paid. Pick of the week. Packers cover 6 against the horrible Pittsburgh Steelers, who might be down Claypool. So they got Juju. Deontay Johnson's supposed to be back. Big Ben can't throw the ball farther than I can now, which, again, he used to be able to, but he can't now. Okay, it's probably close. But anyway, that's the Hesscalade Get Paid pick of the week. The Packers at home to cover 6 against the struggling Pittsburgh Steelers. I think Watt's supposed to be back. By the way, last week I said J.J. Watt. I meant T.J. Everybody knows I know who it is. I play him twice a year. I know who T.J. Watt is. But coming back from a groin injury, I mean, that thing's tender. He's going to be banging up against offensive linemen. I wouldn't be surprised if that gets re-aggravated somehow during the game. You know what I mean? I don't know. It seems a little soon to me, and I don't know how serious it was, but he didn't play last week, and it showed because it's their first game in 75 games. NFL record, 75 games with a sack. Ended last week against the Cincinnati Bengals. So, I mean, maybe they start a new streak, but Aaron Rodgers is on fire again, and you don't make him mad. Dude, that's the league MVP. Moving on, Hesscalade, Get Paid Pick of the Week, Packers. Covering 6 at home, Lambeau Field. All right. The game I am definitely going to enjoy watching Sunday night when the kids go to bed and, beers get cracked open a little bit, especially because there's no Bengals game. So I'm going to start late this Sunday because they beat the Jags on Thursday. I don't know if anybody saw Joe Burrow going off. It's cool, though. 24 points to 7. So, whatever. Bucks at Pats. Buccaneers 2-1, going back to New England to face the 1-2 Patriots. Patriots getting 7 at home. 49.5 is the spread here. Gronk's not playing. I think that's kind of big, but not huge. That being said, I hear a lot of talk about Tom Brady going to lay it into him. Tom Brady wants to hang 50 on him. Tom, whatever. And again, he is the greatest. I'm saying. I know you like that, Bags. But the more I think about it, the less I hear about Belichick wanting this one. Because I think of the two, Belichick wants this one. I don't think he's going to get it, but I think they're going to cover 7 at home. I feel like this is a risk, but I think they cover 7 at home. It's going to be interesting. I think the environment's going to be interesting. Like I said, I think this might be the one time we see Tom Brady, I won't say miss a couple passes, because he's not going to miss a couple passes, but maybe just a little too much zip here. Maybe an unlucky drop here. Maybe Antonio Brown or somebody's trying too hard for him and looks before catching. I don't know. Anyway, I'm just feeling it. 7's a lot. Maybe Brady wins by 6. Heck, don't Tom Brady find a way to win by 6.5. But I think the Patriots are going to cover the 7. I can't go much further than that. I think Bill Belichick's going to have some kind of plan, and he knows what Tom Brady doesn't like. So, yeah, GOAT for sure. He should just wear a shirt that looks like that. Actually, his jersey number should be a GOAT. Since everybody's got whatever number they want, Mike, he should have a picture of a GOAT. We know who he is. He don't even need a jersey, to be honest with you. All right, final game. I've been talking forever. Raiders, the 3-0 Raiders at the 2-1 Chargers. 51.5 is the over-under. And the Chargers have to cover 3. I said the Raiders, I feel like have surprised me so far, but I feel like they came out kind of hot last year. I'm still waiting for Ruggs to do what I think he's going to do, which is take that next step. He played a little better last week. Derek Carr looks like he's comfortable. Jacobs maybe back, maybe not. But this game has nothing to do with the Raiders and everything to do with Justin Herbert. And I'll even say Mike Williams. I like Keenan Allen a lot, but Mike Williams, I think he's playing back at Clemson all of a sudden. Like he looked good his first couple years, but he kind of was a one-trick pony where it's like, oh, Phillip Rivers had him go this way and he threw it up. Or even last year, Herbert kind of just threw it up to him when he was like, he didn't seem to have as many plays as he's making this year. So anyway, I think he's stepping it up a little bit. And again, opposite of Keenan Allen, the Raiders don't have 7 corners to cover these two guys. And I think you need at least 1 or 2 each time on each side. So one of them's going to get one-on-one. And Austin Eckler, not a bad little running back. not really little, but he makes some plays. So I'm going to take the Chargers here. Chargers to cover 3. That's the last pick there on Monday night. Chargers cover 3, even it up. And I mean, again, they just beat the Chiefs, dude. You beat the Chiefs, I pick you next week. That's the rule. You beat the Chiefs, you get picked next week. I follow the money. It could call a letdown game after that, but anyway, I don't know if I said it. 49.5 is the over-under in the Bucs-Patriots game. That's a weird one to me, too. I feel like that could be anything. All right, quick recap for week 4. We got the Washington football team covering 1.5 in Atlanta, beating the Falcons. We have the Texans covering 17 at the Bills. Lions getting their first win of the year while covering 3 on the road at the Bears. The awful Bears. Panthers at Cowboys. The Cowboys covering 4 at home. Colts at Dolphins. Revenge game for Jacoby Brissett. Dolphins cover 2.5 at home. And the Colts are terrible. Browns and Stefanski go up to Minnesota, and they cover 1 point and beat the Vikings in a pretty good game. I'm going to actually watch that one for sure. Giants at Saints, a game nobody's going to watch. Saints cover 7 at home, back in the Superdome. It's going to be loud. Titans on the road at the Jets have to cover 6. They will. Henry, 200 yards because he gets the ball every play. Chiefs show up, beat the Eagles on the road, cover 6.5. Rams beat the Cardinals at home, covering 4. Seahawks plus 2.5 against the 49ers on the road. Ravens, Broncos getting a point against the Ravens. I saw something about Justin Tucker in a 67-yarder this week. Come on, man. He just hit a 66-yarder. That's not going to happen. Hesscalade get paid, pick of the week. Get your money out. Packers cover 6 at home against the Steelers. Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams, twice. I called Devontae Adams 3 touchdowns last week. I was wrong, so twice. He's getting in the end zone. I don't think he has a touchdown this year. That's stupid. It's Devontae Adams. Patriots cover 7 at home against an emotionally charged superhuman Tom Brady. And then the Chargers cover 3 at home against the Raiders. All right, we'll see how we do. Like I said, last week we went 11-4. So it was a good week. Like I said, I usually don't start getting real with my own money until week 3. And the Hesscalade85 pick of the week is 0 for 2. So let's see if this one happens. I think it will, but if you're going with the trends, put your money on the Steelers, I guess. But other than that, we don't miss much. Or at least we didn't miss much last week. So there you go. We get off here, see if I can't empty the rest of this bottle of old camp, get a little bit of sleep, get up and do some things, watch some football tomorrow. I hope everybody enjoys the weekend. Hope everybody's in good health. Just God bless, and we'll see you later.